Welcome to the Stripped Podcast. This is your host, Allison Lassard. Let's get into it. If you're caretaking him and managing his behavior and managing his life more than you're desiring him and feeling nurtured and desire in return, it's because you've slipped into mommy role. And this is exactly where chemistry and polarity dies and the resentment grows. Let's dive in. All right, this is a big one for most of the women that come to me. And a lot of you that come to me are in your late 30s, 40s, 50s. If you've slipped into the mother role, whether it's conscious or unconscious, first of all, you got to understand that this is what most of us were modeled. Most of us saw our mother sort of baby our father, or maybe treat him as, inadequate, not enough. A lot of us grew up with, maybe you had a controlling mother figure or a mother who wore the pants, let's just say, in the family. And so if you were a girl watching that grow up, you watched your mom in sort of a more yang, sort of active role. I don't want to say masculine role because I don't necessarily think that those are just masculine qualities. But if you watched your mother do this, that's what you learned. If you're a man who had a mother like this, then you probably are attracted to women like this. You'll be attracted to a mother figure, most likely. All right, but this is all resolvable, you guys, so don't worry about it. If this is you and you've been in a mommy role, and you're a woman, and if you're a man watching this who has a tendency to partner up with women who you end up looking at like a mommy, yes, this one's for you too, because a lot of this has to do with receptivity, the ability to receive, the ability to trust, feeling deserving of having it all, of not just feeling like you need to be controlled and suffocated, but to actually feel like love gets to feel like passion and freedom without all the pain. All right. So let's kick this one off by number one. Okay, lover versus mother dynamics. Think about a lover energy. A lover energy to me is erotic, it's playful, it's receptive, it also has boundaries. A mother role to me is very much caretaking, fixing, managing, doing. A lot of mothers are in the doing role, okay? And so where does chemistry and magnetism collapse? When you as a woman are over-functioning, okay? Where does over-functioning come from? It comes from a fear. It comes from lack and scarcity. It comes from a lack of trust. If I don't do it, it won't get done. If I don't do it, it won't be done correctly. He never does anything right. He never gets off his ass and does it anyway. I might as well just do it. But again, you're creating the causes to get that result down the road. If you over function and then you're always pissed off that you have a male partner who's not doing anything, it's because you're doing too much. You're not giving that person the impetus to do anything. You're not allowing them to lead. You're not trusting them at all. And I understand that this is a big learning curve. And if you're a control freak and you get into relationships where you're the one that's always in charge as a woman, this is going to be tough for you. If you're an alpha female, if you lead in your work, in your business, like I do, and I also had a mother who definitely wore the pants. So I had to understand that if I want to have magnetism and chemistry and sexual polarity in my relationship, I cannot be the one doing everything. And so it took me a lot of practice to pull back, to withdraw my energy and keep it more how do I explain this? It's I had to draw my energy from going out all the time to back inward and start to increase my own magnetism with a spiritual practice, with better boundaries with a partner, by not stepping in to do everything, by leaving more space. And when you leave spaciousness, it might not always get done the way that you want, but if you never leave space for a man to rise to the occasion, for a man to actually do something, or you never ask him in a way that isn't bitchy and nagging and resentful to get some of your needs met, then don't be shocked when it doesn't work out. A lot of women are yeah, but I ask him all the time to clean the house and get up off your ass, and I want to be loved, and I want this and I want that. But you ladies, come on. The energy that you're asking it with says everything. It's like being intimate with someone and doing it like it's a chore. Nobody wants to like be intimate. Like you want to go down on your partner and then you're just like, ew. Like the whole time you're doing it, you're like, I hate this. This is disgusting. I resent you. Like, do you think that that's a pleasure for the other person to receive or vice versa? It's not. Trust me. It's like cooking with anger and then you're like poisoning the food that you're cooking with your bad vibes. Same thing with intimacy. Same thing with communicating your needs. The energy that you do something with and the intention behind it is exactly what that person's going to receive from you. So you're going to have a much better result with practice when you start coming from a more open-hearted and more genuinely generous space. If you take no pleasure in giving your partner pleasure, why do you think that they're going to have any pleasure either? They won't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the subtlety of it. These are like the deeper energetic layers that you have to explore. That's where I operate. I'm not doing the basic, this is how you date. This is how you talk to a guy to get them to like you. I don't give a fuck about that. I care about the more nuanced layers to this, the energetic layers, the subtle layers, the energetic body, the erotic body, the spiritual layers of this, because that's where you can refine everything. And so it's not that you have the wrong partner. You might have the perfect partner for you, but the way that you're engaging with them emotionally, energetically, mentally, that's creating a shitty result. So you might have the perfect person for you and you can't see it yet because you keep planting bad seeds. Like the way that you're doing, and this isn't to feel bad about yourself. We all do this unconsciously. This is to become more self-aware. Erotic, playful energy in a relationship like comes from your self-awareness and your radical responsibility to maintain that energy. If you're constantly resentful of your partner and you don't want to do this because you're sick of them and you're like, they never do anything for me, so fuck them, they don't deserve my radiance, they don't deserve my whatever, sexiness, they don't deserve my desire. That's a you problem, not a them problem. Because ultimately you created the conditions to have a partner that doesn't give to you. And again, we don't know it until we know. When you know better, you can do better. You can actually, and when I say do better, a lot of women get defensive. What do you mean do better? I already do enough. It takes responsibility to have deep intimacy. It takes a letting go of your pride and ego and understanding that all of that resentment that you might have and all of these control issues are things that you learned. They're just habits and you can unlearn them. And to have a deeply passionate partnership that sustains the magnetism, not just a hit of it in your honeymoon phase when you first get together and it's all hormones. How do you preserve magnetism when you live together and you're in each other's faces and you're getting on each other's nerves and all their little quirks are coming up and vice versa, and you piss each other off and you're tired and today you don't feel like it? How do you maintain magnetism? It's an inner process, you guys. It's like there needs to be a generosity there that goes beyond just you and getting yours. If you're very focused on you and what you're going to get out of things, and it's very transactional and almost selfish, like your cup's not full. So you have to be the one to fill yourself up consistently. It has to be a priority. And this is where I see people get really lazy in relationship, and then they complain that it's the other person's fault. When in truth, it's not. The other person is a mirror. And whatever you're experiencing in your partnership, and so if you're with if you're a woman with a man child, that's your creation. I hate to say it. It's like the Sabrina song, and she's joking, but she's not joking because she's taking responsibility. She's like, I swear to God, they choose me. I don't choose them. No, you created a man child in your mind, because in Buddhism, everything's coming from us. So it's 100% on us to shift our own energy, to shift our perception, and to start to create in our mind the projection of a powerful, conscious, self-aware, mature partner who meets their own needs so that they can gladly meet your needs. And again, you have to learn how to ask for what you want in a clearer, cleaner way so that you're not angry when you're doing it and bitter. And how does that happen? Like I said, it all comes back to you. Like, you have to genuinely put yourself first and start to do the things for yourself that your partner's not doing yet. And again, the more that you withdraw your energy and actually start to pour it into yourself, you become more magnetic. I've worked with hundreds of people, you guys, and I've worked with tons of women who struggle with this. And when I tell them for 1 week straight, you're going to stop putting any attention on what your partner's doing wrong, and you're going to put all that attention back on you, your own pleasure, your own self-care, your own radiance. And it's hard for people. They're like, they have a lot of resistance because they're so used to pushing outward and blaming and looking to the other person and all their inadequacies and then getting upset about it and staying in that cycle, as opposed to withdrawing their energy and seeing yourself like this vessel that you're filling of water. Like it's like the Holy Grail. It's like you got to fill that cup. Or you're a flower and you need to water it. You need to take care of it. If you're a rose and then you don't water yourself and you don't give yourself any sunlight and you don't take care of your soil, what's going to happen? You're going to wilt. And that's exactly what happens in partnership. You think it's your partner's responsibility to make you radiant, to make you feel sexy, to make you feel erotically charged. It's not their responsibility. They'll respond to you, but it's actually your responsibility to create that energetic so that your partner can respond, and vice versa, because this goes both ways. So for women that have a tendency to fall into the mother role, most of the time it's because you don't feel either worthy of receiving, you struggle with receiving, you're coming from scarcity yourself, you're not used to, not even your nervous system, even somatically receiving feels uncomfortable. You're more used to giving. But again, this is just a habit. It's just something that you have to unlearn. And it starts with small steps, and it starts with, like I said, pulling back your energy. Everything isn't going to change overnight in your partnership. If you have created a man child and that's who you attracted because you like to be in control, because you like to be the one that has the upper hand when it comes to managing energies, because you have a tendency to feel depleted and give from a space of depletion instead of from overflow, then this will be practice for you. This will be your spiritual practice for a while to see if you can transform that partnership by transforming your own energy. I know it works because I've done this with hundreds of people. I've done it myself. And I know that now I attract men who want to give to me a lot. And it's like, even friends, just like platonically, like men come in and they're like, I want to take care of you. And it's because I know how to soften, and it's not just about being soft. Like, you can be powerful, you can be a badass, you can be fierce, but you have to understand the energy. You have to do this energetic dance with someone and feel into like where you're not receptive and relax. You have to feel into where you're doing too much and with like pull back a little bit, lean back a bit. Again, if you're a flower, but the bumblebee is coming to you to pollinate, you don't have to work that hard. You don't have to outwardly work that hard. It's an inward shift that needs to happen here first. And like I said, it's a real deep trust to believe that your partner can change. When you've attracted someone who you actually resent and do everything for, to believe that things could shift with that person requires like blind faith. Like, you just have to go with it. You have to try. It's like an experiment, and that's what I try to tell people. I understand that you're conditioned to think that this person's never going to change and that they can't rise to the occasion, but I promise that erotic energy requires spaciousness, it requires trust. Chemistry and magnetism in a coupling requires like so much more self-awareness than you're used to, and it requires changing your habits. Things that you've habituated that you think are so true aren't, because you are with this man and he's a man child, and then he goes to be with another woman and all of a sudden you see him a provider for her, and you're like, how the fuck did he go from being my man child, my son, my baby, not in a good way, to then going and rising to the occasion for a different woman? They have a different energy together. There's a different dance going on there. It doesn't make it better or worse. It just means like, these are things that you have to shift. But again, so many women have so many walls up because they're so resentful because of whatever you learn. Maybe you grew up with a father figure who was really not a great person, or was really shitty to your mom, or didn't do a whole lot, or whatever. Maybe you lacked love and caring and nurturing from men. And so you carry that resistance with you. You carry that burden and that blame game. And you project it into all your relationships. And then what do you know? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you hate men, then you keep attracting men who don't want to take care of you. But again, this can change. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And it goes both ways. If you're a man that always attracts women that nag you and try to control you and smother you, and you're not sexually attracted to them, and you end up in these connections where you're with a mother figure instead of a lover, That's also your work to do. Where do you struggle to receive, or where do you want to be lazy? Where are you passive? Where do you not want to take responsibility and bear the consequences that come with leading and making tough decisions and taking responsibility for yourself? You know what I mean? If you slide into a mother figure as a partner because she does everything for you, that's on you. And then you're not getting laid, and you're not getting any of your sexual needs met, or you have to go elsewhere to get them met outside the partnership. It's, you know what I mean? Like, you have to own your stuff 100%. Am I trying to mother him because I don't trust him to show up? Such a big, am I mothering him because I'm so uncomfortable receiving, or I think that it won't happen, so I sabotage the ability for it to happen because I don't want the rejection. I don't want to meet his no. I don't want to ask for something and have them not show up for me. But that's the risk you have to take to make this shift in a partnership. And if you're single and you're struggling with this, and this is the type of guys that you keep attracting, you can do this work now so that you start attracting a different kind of man. Even the men that approach you at a bar, like, you're gonna see, like, I'll never forget this. Recently I was out, and there was a man that came up and he asked if me and my sister wanted to drink, and I wasn't sure if he was single or not. And then he's like, he's like, please understand. He's like, I'm not hitting on you. I'm just asking because your girls are here. He's like, I'm here with my wife. She's right there. And he was so polite about it. And he was he was a doctor. He had a lot of money. He was like, do you guys want anything? He was having a good time. But then he immediately made a boundary and was like, I'm here with my wife. And we were like, wow, thumbs up. Like, but do you know what I mean? Like, that type of, like, for me, I was like, wow, that's like a clean and clear. He was being generous, but he also made a boundary right away. And I thought that was so cool because, like, that's not very typical for most people. But it just goes to show, like, the type of person you'll start to attract will be very different. You know what I mean? And so I love to watch this. I love watching women that struggle with this. And then for like a week, I tell them, just focus on you. Just take care of yourself. Do your own stuff, self-care, baths, take your own walks, go exercise, do something for you, go on a little solo date by yourself, self-pleasure, do whatever you need to do, but only focus on you and your self-care for like a full week, your own radiance, and see how your partner responds. And 99% of the time, they're like, oh, my man wouldn't leave me alone. He was chasing me around the apartment. He wanted to have sex suddenly. He wanted to hook up. He wanted to take care of me. Why, you guys? Same person, different energetic going on between you. All right, so I would love to help you with this. How can we start? I've got new offerings coming for the new year, but right now what I have are 60-minute sessions, intuitive sessions, where we can get into all the specifics of what's going on with you. Like I said, I have some relationship stuff coming in the new year, more specifically, more long-term. But right now, if you want to get this ball rolling, because I can give you resources after the call, you can start with a 60-minute session. You can even add on a 30-minute follow-up call, which is not sold separately, but you can add it on. And you can just start there. We can start this work together. But like I said, I also do have relationship-focused stuff coming very soon. Stay tuned. I love you all. I would love to see you make this shift. It's so powerful to realize you're not necessarily with the wrong person. You're in the wrong frequency. That's all. I love you all, and I will see you next week.